Hello, good people. This is Avril, and today's Inward Portrait is all about the renowned superstar, Barbra Streisand. Born on April the 24th, 1942 in Brooklyn, New York, Barbra Joan Streisand was a joy to her Jewish parents of Russian and Polish descent, Diana and Emmanuel. From the start, Barbra and her mother had a less than loving relationship. Diana had ambitions of being an opera singer, but settled for being a school secretary, which is how she met Barbra's father, Emmanuel, who was a school teacher at the same high school. Unfortunately, in her self-titled book, Barbra, she discussed how difficult her life was being raised by her financially struggling single mother. Diana would often not visit her mother for month-long stretches, and when she did, it was only for a hot meal. Barbra developed her strong will and self-determination during this time of uncertainty. Just imagine growing up in Jewish Brooklyn during the 1950s and 60s as a young woman with an unloving mother and no father, having extremely unconventional looks, a lazy eye, and a stubborn attitude, all while telling people you want to be an actress. Barbra is the ultimate definition of perseverance. I believe that this is one of the many reasons, aside from her talent, that Barbra is loved by so many people around the world and across generations. Streisand has been quoted saying that, "When I wanted love from my mother, she gave me food." From a schoolgirl, Barbra always wanted to be somebody, to be famous, to get out of Brooklyn. So it's no surprise that at just 16, Barbra Streisand lived on her own in an unconventional gypsy-style manner. Never really having an apartment of her own, she lived with friends or whoever else would let her stay over. But this did not deter her. In fact, she used her mother's nagging and complaining as fuel to keep working and striving to start a career in acting. Originally, Barbra wanted to be an actress, not a singer. So in her efforts to become an actress, she took on whatever role she needed to get her to that stage, including working as a singer in a cabaret-style nightclub, Bonsoir. She figured she'd use it as means to an end. After years of trying, it happened for her. It was her first TV appearance on Tonight Show, singing A Sleeping Bee in April 1961. Her personality was somewhat off-putting. She was described as being crass and less than friendly. She had a chip on her shoulder, and this may have stemmed from her ugly duckling, loner, outsider childhood, coupled with her standoffish, criticizing mother. This attitude made Barbra unlikable with stage directors, club promoters, and talent managers that would have sabotaged and alienated her from opportunities that could have made her a star sooner. But it made her Teflon for this cutthroat business of Hollywood, and Barbra knew it. Nevertheless, Barbra found acceptance and refuge in the nightclub Bonsoir, with the gay audience who saw past her unconventional style of dress and offbeat personality and looks and fell in love with her voice. She quickly played the nightclub circuit around the country from East Coast to West Coast. Her love was for acting, but her singing was giving her the fame. This was show business, and Streisand understood that she had to play this game to get what she wanted. I Can Get It For You Wholesale, a musical comedy. She got a nomination for a Tony Award for that Broadway play. The 5'4" singer released her first studio album with Columbia Records, titled The Barbra Streisand Album, in 1963. She has recorded 50 studio albums, mainly with Columbia Records. Her first film was Funny Girl, which was directed by William Wyler, was a musical comedy. She won her first Academy Award for Best Actor in 1968. This was shared with Katharine Hepburn. With over 60 years of entertainment, she's a stickler for the spelling and pronunciation of her name, demanding to have it spelled with only 2 A's instead of 3. Barbra Streisand is a bit of a diva. She believes she has a good side to her face and a bad side to her face. Don't we all? And when she appeared on the Oprah show, she had Oprah change around her entire set, including Oprah herself standing to the left side rather than the right. just so that Barbra could feel comfortable when filming on her good side. Barbra can also be incredibly sentimental. She has created an album that was totally centered around her dog that unfortunately passed away. She had her dog Samantha cloned twice. Barbra has also created a film called Yentl that was dedicated to her father who had passed away when she was 1 year old from a seizure. Barbra's love life can be described as complicated. The two-time married singer and actress' first husband is Jason Gould, who she married in 1963. Unfortunately, they divorced in 1971. They had a child together, Edward Gould. Barbra dated the Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Trudeau, in 1969 and 1970. She dated her longtime hairdresser turned manager and producer, John Peter, for almost 10 years, 1973 to 1982. Eventually, they broke up over a fallout during the filming of Yentl. She's been linked to Richard Gere and Clint Eastwood in the 1980s. Her dating life is colorful and includes Peter Jennings, the newscaster, Jon Voight, Angelina Jolie's father, Liam Neeson, the actor. Her second husband is James Brolin, who they married in July 1st, 1998. She's an example for women that get divorced and wait until later in life to get remarried, that it's never too late to find love. Barbra is an avid art collector. In her younger career, she was an activist. She's a devout Democratic and supports gay rights. She has over 150 million albums sold worldwide. Her net value or net worth is 400 million. She loves cookbooks and the art of cooking, but confessed that she cannot cook. She loves ice cream and can make chocolate souffle. Barbra only sings and records songs at night. She has stage fright and hates wearing high heels on stage, which has kept her from performing in concert.
Never heard her sing in public, but this is the night and I'm real excited.
She gave the state of California 24 acres of her land and lives on only 3 acres, but she has 3 different homes adjacent to each other. Lastly, Barbra is a notorious control freak.
Streisand is my name. I don't want to change it. And I thought for my first record, they wanted me to call it Sweet and Saucy Streisand. I am neither too sweet or too saucy.
I hope you've enjoyed today's inward portrait of Barbra Streisand. Like, comment, and subscribe.